Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into some TA. Alright, guys, so we are just going to be discussing one thing today in the video, which is going to be that pretty much every single major component of the QQQ, the NASDAQ, big tech, and the semiconductors are all either getting oversold, or they are extremely oversold, or they have 4-hour bullish divergences going on, or they have the daily RSI approaching oversold territory. Like, we have just every single thing I can really look at that makes an impact on SPY and QQQ being oversold. We're going to say QQQ, not so much SPY. SPY obviously has not came down to this major 550-12 level we've been talking about. QQ sure as heck did end up retesting where we were watching. All right, so I guess because the focus of today's video is going to be big tech, we are going to start off today's video with QQQ. All right, guys, we're going to go over the indices. I'm not really going to have a bunch of structure here to today's video. We are just going to I'm gonna make my case on why I think downside is extremely limited. We're going to talk about the levels to pay attention to over on SPY and QQQ, but in reality, I promise this video is just going to be me showing you that almost every single major component we're going to look at is getting oversold to the point where they normally snap back. What happens if they all snap back at once? We have one major market rally on our hands. And that's what I think is right around the corner. I think we have one massive bounce that's all about to hit the Qs over here. And, it could get explosive, all right? And if it happens, people are like, oh, it came out of nowhere. No, it's not going to come out of nowhere. We're talking about why it would happen right now, all right? I'm not saying we have a sign that it's right here happening right now. We don't have any sign of strength. But I definitely can point to this going on right here. You put on extended trading hours. Yeah, you got, the QQ's 4-hour RSI sitting in oversold territory. This is typically where that starts bouncing back at. But then now let's run through the major components, all right? So here, let's go over some FANG stocks, all right? Apple, guys, 4-hour RSI getting oversold. What do you got going on next, all right? You come over here to Microsoft. What's going on there? You got the 4-hour bullish divergence as you're coming down into a major pivot, all right? 430.82 was this major break and retest level that we're going to be paying attention to on the downside, all right? So I got an alert. I'm waiting for that to get hit. We're going to see about that one. The only caveat here is a lot of these have earnings right around the corner. So if you want to buy a bunch of time and, make some safe, free money, and, obviously nothing safe or free in this market, guys, you got to put your money, you got to risk it, all right? That's kind of the whole thing right there. You got to risk it if you want the biscuit. But, when you put odds in your favor, like we're going to talk about in this video, that is when, I think you can make some really decent buys, okay? And I think we have a recipe for, you could buy pretty much anything right now. And, hey, give it like 1 to 2 weeks. I think you're going to be a real happy camper, all right? I always look like a complete idiot when I'm just here telling everybody to buy into this weakness. I always look like an idiot. But in the end, all right, in the end, they're not going to be talking about it no more. They're going to be like, we should have just listened. It's okay, all right, guys? And it's probably going to be the case here. I can't promise it's going to be the case, but it probably will, considering these are just the way things go every time we get these conditions popping up, all right? So there's Apple, there's Microsoft. Come over to Meta, all right? Guys, this is the most oversold the 4-hour RSI has been since 2019. You got to come all the way back over here. What happened in 2019? When this happened back then, from the bottom, give it a week and you are going to be up 10%. That's what happened over there. What happened this time over here? Again, give it a little bit, you'll be up 10% within a day there. Give it a little while. All right, now we're talking, 13% right there. Come over to the next one, Amazon. All right, like this is another one that 4-hour RSI is just in the absolute crapper. All right, this thing is not looking good. It looks like you are coming out to the next support, which is going to be around 181. We just put that on the daily time from right here. All right, 181.22. Guys, all right, daily RSI at this point is at 37. It's just getting now under 37. You know what? I told you guys we're not really going to have a lot of structure here, but I'm going to do my best, all right? We're going to just go through, these guys right here. Then we'll go over Mr. VIX. And Mr. VIX, this is a big component here, guys. Mr. VIX, when it gets to where it's at right now, it likes to get crushed, all right? So we got Apple. We have Microsoft. We went over Meta. We went over Amazon. What's next, guys? Goog. Goog also has the 4-hour RSI oversold. And on the daily time frame, you're coming into your key level, guys. You consolidate in this range for, you know, a little over a month. You broke out from it. You're retesting that spot right now. And the 4-hour RSI is just deeply oversold, 25. This thing is not going to stay down here. All right, it's not gonna stay down here, guys. You're gonna get your bouncies. That's how these things go. All right, and even if you want to take a golden pocket, like you're now in the golden pocket, like everything that I typically look for, we're just hitting it across the board here. Okay, like straight up. And you know, there doesn't have to be, you know, all these complicated concepts there. You get a few concepts. You got setups, you got key break and retest coming into play, you have the golden pockets coming into play, you got oversold levels coming into play. Like these are what we look for when we right before we typically are about to, you know, reverse, make a little reverse for it. All right, make a run for it. All right, you come over here to the chip sector. What do we got going on in SMH over here? It's dying. All right, it's got the 4-hour bullish divergence as you're right here at the bottom of the demand zone that we're paying attention. Oh, look at that. All right, hey, this is when you typically get your bounce. All right, like I don't know what else to tell you. You could go a little lower, you can, but I don't think it's likely. Come over here to MU. Not you know, the largest component by any means over here, but you know, these are the things that typically we see the market move with. And yeah, this thing is also in the absolute crapper. The daily RSI is coming down to 33.68 right now. Like it's coming down to 30, guys. The thing is you're queuing up for a major reversal here. Okay, you are. It's like whenever, at some point, whenever this thing decides to start bouncing back, that's when you likely do that in a big way across the board. Over here, the big one, NVIDIA. Now, this is the largest component that we're going to talk about today. Obviously, Microsoft is the largest component. Microsoft, Apple are going to be the largest component, I believe, of SPY and QQQ. But you come over here to NVIDIA, and, you know, we know the market moves with NVIDIA. It's loved this stock, all right? And guess what? NVIDIA is also given the same exact conditions we speak of here. You're coming down into a major, you know, retest level here at the bottom of this whole trading range. You're coming right into it, 115.82. 4-hour RSI is going to be oversold at this point, and you do have the 4-hour bullish divergence. Yeah, guys, this is a recipe for a big bounce, all right? So you know, NVIDIA is one over here that, hey, you don't have earnings until all the way over here. You can get some cheap premiums all the way into, you know, you have the 8/16 expiration. What's the one after that? What's 7 days after that? 8/23? You have, you know, 8/16 to, no, 8/21. 8/21 expiration. You can go get those, all right? For really, my math is wrong. It is 8/23. All right? Like, you can get cheap expirations going on right now on NVIDIA. All right, if you're a share player, all right, and you got a bigger bankroll, and you're at that point in your career here, guess what? You know, these are the times you want to add to these things, and you could potentially catch like a 10%, or not 20% move over, you know, coming weeks, a couple, you know, that's only 2.5 weeks, guys. These are the opportunities I speak of that are present right now in this market. Over here to AMD, what do you got going on? It's at the crapper, it's at support. All right, like again, just oversold combined with support. Yeah, we have a recipe for probably going to get bounces, all right? 154. Guys, the other day, this thing, we were talking how we were watching 172.49 on the retest. Guess what happened? You sold right through it. You had a gap right through it, and now you're at 154. That's almost $20 lower, guys. Like, this thing is, you know, these are the discounts that you're waiting on, all right? SMCI. Well, again, you know, daily RSI now under 40 there, but the 4-hour RSI is also oversold. These are the things we watch for. You're coming down into support here. Okay, 762.63. This is where we expect it to bounce. TSM. All right, 4-hour RSI also oversold. What happens now? You're in the golden pocket for this whole leg here. You're in the golden pocket. The key level to pay attention to is 160.78. If it gets down there, that's where I think it probably just bottoms out. It bases out, and then it probably launches up from there. That's that. Okay, like all of these are coming into major spots. Now that we've taken a look at most of the major charts that, you know, are going to be moving the markets here, guess what? All right, let's look at Mr. VIX. Mr. VIX, guys, is daily RSI is at 73.55. Unless we are seeing a market crash, which I highly doubt because that's just not common at all. yeah, guys, all right, we're gonna be seeing this thing top out, and we're gonna see this thing completely pull back here. I don't think we're gonna have, too much more of this action. Topped out over here at 7110. Topped out, yeah, we haven't gotten up to where VIX is right now in quite some time. All right, you're probably up here intraday at some point. If I had to take a guess at it right there, maybe up there. Regardless, guys, you haven't been here in quite some time. And, this is where the top was put in when you reached it over there. Yeah, I'm going to stick with saying what I've been saying, guys. This is your buying opportunity. You're getting here. It's screaming at you. Sometimes, guys, the markets, they're really easy, okay? And when you sit back and relax, sometimes they just all come to you at once. And this is one of those times where every single possibly long opportunity you could think of, like a safe one, is here. Obviously, small caps are still doing the thing. All right, you got SoFi sitting up here. Okay, you got Upstart. It's still sitting above, where it broke out from. Okay, we could talk about that. But in reality, the safe ones, I like big tech. I love playing tech. All right, and we're getting all of them right now. All right, so that's why I wanted to make this early update, and I wanted to just really highlight what's going on here. You're getting those opportunities, and I may sound annoying while it's all red and stuff, and I may look stupid, but in reality, I've definitely looked stupid every other time. I'd be saying the same exact thing every other time. You see over here, it didn't look like you were gonna full on reverse over there. Probably didn't look like you were gonna full on reverse over here either, guys. Let's just mark it out where we are right here with this line right here. Okay. Well, even if things were to get, the worst that they could get, that's another 1.6%. You really are telling me you're so heavy in this that you can't sit through that? Guys, buy your time. No financial advice will be given on the channel. Let's get that one straight, all right? But you know what? If I'm going to speak to myself, buy your time, take your chill pill for the next, week, and then, yeah, you're probably going to be up a few grand if you just give it, 1 to 2 weeks. I think you're going to be looking really good, all right? And you know what? I'm just saying, all right, September calls, free money. August calls on some of these things, free money. That's how I'm seeing these things shape up here, all right? So that's really all I do have for you today, okay? We can go into, level by level, what are we paying attention to? But I really don't want to psych anybody out. I want people to be thinking how I'm thinking right now. Hey, you see, everything is oversold. Let's take a step back from SPY and QQ and just paying attention to the price action over there. And let's really analyze the components there. Guys, if everything is so oversold, what is going to bring it further down? Nothing. It doesn't have anything to bring it further down. You're getting that bounce right now as we speak. Now, do you guys want to go over the technical analysis over here on SPY and QQ? You have a massive bullish divergence going on here. It's like a triple bullish divergence right here. It started forming as of right here. As of this low right here, you started forming with that guy. All right, same thing over here before you got your decent sized bounce right there. All right, $10 move. Well, imagine if we get a $10 move here. Don't you think anybody who's, sitting there thinking permanent bear thoughts right here and maybe not taking advantage of the bullish opportunities that they're being given, aren't they going to feel a little dumb if price, returns all the way up here, guys? I'm not a hateful person, but I am definitely going to say right now, guys, just open your eyes. All right. I just showed you everything you need to see to pretty much make some money. There's you don't have to complicate the crap out of everything. You don't have to be a freaking sniper. You just have to do what I do and have a crap ton of alerts on everything. So when they get hit, you're like, holy crap, my price alerts and my 4-hour RSI alerts, oversold alerts, they're all getting hit in the same time, same day. They have 2 days, actually. Wow, that's crazy, right? We have a lot of things just setting up right now, okay? And that is that. QQ has a triple bullish divergence going on the 15-minute RSI. These are the levels you're paying attention to, 473.91, above there, 476.26, okay? And above there, 478.39. If we can recover, we watch 482.20 on the rebound right there. See the reaction right there. And then, I'm going to take off the golden pocket because it was respected there. And above there, we got 486.86. All right, so that's what we're watching over there on QQQ. Holy jeez Louise, scared the crap out of me. Over here, 15-minute RSI is oversold. And guys, that's really it. You're watching these above levels, 554.19, 555.83, 558.38. 567.2. I don't think we're going right back up there right away. We'll see if a moonshot happens. All right, guys, that's really all I have for you guys today. All right, I think all of the trade ideas and opportunities I just presented, I think they're pretty obvious. I was very clear, very vocal about them. And yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking about all this. Let me know if you guys are a bear in this market. Let me know if you're a bull right now. How are you looking this, guys? Are we gonna be crashing? What you thinking? All right. That being said, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.